Hello and welcome to my KHP 205 project. For this project, I had the histotechnologist and the tissue. So as we start with this project, what is a histotechnologist? A histotechnologist is someone in the healthcare profession that deals with preparing tissue samples for the uh, surgical pathologist that actually goes in and diagnose and figures out what's wrong with the certain tissues. And the only thing that his technologist does is their job is to cut the tissue into sections, mount them on the small glass sides, and get them ready for to get under the microscope. And they can do this in many ways. One of or some of those being they can prepare those by freezing the tissue, dehydrating it, decalcification, and staining it. And all those are ways they can get the tissue ready for laboratory. The background for a histotechnologist includes a you need a bachelor's degree in either biochemistry, while also having at least 1 year experience in a histopathology lab, or you take the national exam and get completely certified. And it's also important to have a background in anatomy and physiology, as that goes hand in hand with all the different types of tissue. These jobs are mostly present in hospitals and clinical labs, and are actually looking to see they're looking at a big job increase and getting jobs in the pharmaceutical companies and government agencies because of the growing labs and advanced technology. The field just keeps on growing and growing. And what a technologist does is they cut tissue. And what tissue is that tissue is made out of cells. Cells make up the body, and there are millions and millions of cells in the body, and light clusters of cells form to make up tissues. And there are four different types of tissue in the body. That includes connective tissue, which, as we can see in the picture, connective tissue consists of fat and padding tissue, bone tissue, and tendons, and it is focus is to support other tissue and bind them together. The next type of tissue is epithelial tissue, which it acts as a covering, which is basically just the skin on top. It is the lining of the GI tract, the organs, and the other organs, and it's the skin surface, as I said. And the nerve tissue is important for allowing function and communication in the body. And as we see in this diagram, the nerve tissue is important for brain, spinal cord, and nerves, because the brain and nerves control everything in the body and allow the body to communicate with itself. And the muscle tissue allows for body movement, and different muscle tissue includes the cardiac, smooth, and skeletal, which all help regulate and help the body with the skeletons and muscles. Some different fun facts about tissue and a histokineologist is one is that if obese adults range from 60 to 100 billion fat cells, whereas non-obese people generally average 30 to 50 billion cells. The hardest tissue in the body is the chin, which also makes it the hardest muscle in the body. If we lined up all the neurons in our body and the nerve tissue, if we lined it all up, took it off our body and lined it up, it would be more than 600 miles long. And muscle tissue is 3 times more efficient at burning calories than the fat tissue. So that is why muscle growth should be emphasized during exercise. And some other small interesting facts. The average salary for a histotechnologist is 53,000. As I said, that they are a growing industry. They have a 11% growth projection from 2018 to 2028. And then, of course, you do need, like I said, you need the bachelor's degree with optional certification. And any more information on this topic and a histokineologist, you can find more at the American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science at www.ascls.org.